With so many new platforms popping up, is Kajabi still the best all-in-one platform for course creators in 2025, or has it been dethroned? In this video, I'll break down Kajabi's strengths, weaknesses, new updates, and compare it to other top platforms so that you can decide if it's still worth your investment in 2025 and beyond. Hey there, if we haven't met yet, I'm Nils Smith, your social media guide, and I help leaders of organizations of all kinds, of pastors, nonprofit leaders, business owners, maximize social media, digital marketing to maximize marketing to accomplish their organizational goals. And today I'm looking at one of my favorite platforms that I've talked about for years. I was literally a grandfathered into the original Kajabi when it was Kajabi Next and the original Kajabi. And I've been using this platform for probably over a decade now. And one of the things I love is that it's always getting better. But the question is it still the best? And I'm still using it. And a lot of times people keep using platforms just because they're comfortable with it. So I want to dig in and explain to you how I'm using it, why I'm using it, and if I still believe that it's the best platform for content creators and course creators to utilize to accomplish their goals when it comes to your online courses and digital products. Let's go to the website, take a look. Okay, so we're here on the Kajabi website, and it says it very clearly. I love good marketing. Dream it, build it, monetize it. There are so many people that I talk to that have a dream for an online course or some kind of digital product where it's like, if I could just get this knowledge to other people. And I believe so much in the power of knowledge sharing online. And you can get a lot of great content for free on social media, and you can get a lot of great content through ebooks and physical books. But I believe one of the best ways to learn today is through online courses. And one of the things I've loved about Kajabi is it makes it very easy for course creators to not just dream it, but build it without a whole lot of technical skills, and then to take the knowledge that they have. And so if you're being asked, do you do consulting? Or if you're a consultant, you're like, I'm out of capacity to help enough people, you probably should have an online course, some kind of online product where you can help more people in masses with the knowledge that you have. And so I think they summarize what they do well is dream about this product you want to create, build it out very easily in their platform, and then monetize it, put it out there in the world for people to use and allow your knowledge to make money. People often say passive income. I'm not sure that I totally buy into that or believe that, because there's a lot of work that goes on in marketing that platform. But at the end of the day, Kajabi helps you create a great platform. So you can see some of the other creators: fitness, beauty, lifestyle, education, design, and art. I have created at this point for clients probably 30 or 40 different sites and probably hundreds of digital products at this point. And the majority are courses, and the majority of those courses in my case is education, a lot of business education or even faith-based content and products and offerings with Bible studies and different things that as we create it, we can make it easily accessible through their platform. They've had their creators sell over $9 billion in digital products. And so helping them create good income through their knowledge. You can see here kind of the different functions that they have is they have courses, coaching, communities, newsletters, memberships, and podcasts. And I'll just speak to these very clearly from my experience in utilizing these different functions, because one of the things that people will say when they sell their products is we can do everything, but oftentimes when you do everything, you do nothing really well. And so this is the sweet spot. Kajabi Next started a decade back, and it was basically just an online course platform, very similar to Teachable, if you're familiar at all with Teachable. But I always loved their user experience better, and it's changed through the years. And honestly, just gotten better and better and better. That core learning management system, the course experience where people are guided through the education products that you create, I believe it's the best functionality still for Kajabi, and I still think it's better than anyone out there. The coaching, The coaching is kind of a more newer functionality, and you could always integrate that into courses and other things, but now you can actually do live streaming through their platform. You can do almost like Zoom calls through their live community portals. You can have a community hub. So the coaching communities kind of fit together. You can actually use it for in-person coaching too, where people can schedule in-person calls. You can take notes. You can have kind of a client portal. So that coaching communities fits together. Sometimes though, you want to have a product where it's not just you in community with your coaching participants, it's them in community with each other. And so this is almost like a private Facebook group. I would compare this a lot to Mighty Networks. This is one of those things where I think actually, or Circle is another similar platform. I believe the community's functionality is almost as good. I think Mighty Networks is probably a little bit better. I think it's better than Circle if I'm comparing the platforms, having tested both a little bit. But I think as an all-in-one, it's pretty good and close to some, I think you have personal preferences, but it works very well. The functionality is really good. And how we've been using it for communities, we're very pleased. Newsletters, this is actually one of the functions where it was a little bit buggy at the beginning when you think about the email communications. Their email automations were good, but even open rates were not as good. I would compare this to MailChimp as a primary newsletter platform. And at this point, I would say it's just as good, maybe not better than MailChimp, but I don't feel the need to set up a separate email platform when using Kajabi. I think their newsletter functionality has come a long way. Very customizable, very easy to use, very easy to set up automations. And when you can have everything in one platform, it is tremendous. So I love that newsletter functionality. We use this a ton. Membership, essentially when you sell a product and it's a recurring subscription, you can have that membership. This is something we've used quite a bit. Easy with credit card transactions, with PayPal, with other functionality, and then people have kind of access, and then when they don't pay or unsubscribe, they just lose access to it, and it's all automated. Great functionality for memberships. Podcast, I think they prioritize this because a lot of their platform people were wanting to have podcasts. I really don't get it. I use Libsyn for all of my podcasts. There's lots of great podcast hosting platforms out there. And the analytics aren't that good in the Kajabi podcast. So I don't recommend hosting your podcast. But if you want something really simple, it is there. It is a function and a feature that is there. But yeah, those are kind of some of those key functions of the platform and what it does. And so, yeah, that's my 2 cents on those. You can see here the one platform, all the features, and this is what they've often sold, is everything you ever needed in one platform. And I think that's pretty true. The website builder, incredible. This is one of those things too, wasn't great when it came out, minimal flexibility. Now, we switched all of our websites from Squarespace and WordPress all into Kajabi. And it's now our favorite platform for building. You can, if you have coders that want to custom code on Kajabi, you can buy templates from their store. Lots of functionality that you can build basically any website you'd ever want to build straight into Kajabi. So the front end website experience, fantastic. Payments, they introduced, I believe it was this last year, Kajabi payments. They work great. It just integrates natively to Stripe, creates a great user experience, and that takes Apple Pay, Google Pay, all of those things. It's great. One of their new features that they rolled out this year was the mobile app platform. And so where you could basically turn your course or community and digital products, make them easily accessible through a mobile app. We have launched a couple of these, really easy to do, really easy to set up, not real customizable, but honestly, I don't know that you want the expense of a mobile app. Can be crazy expensive if you're trying to get an external mobile app. But the option for you to have your own mobile app that's in the App Store is tremendous. And so I love that Kajabi has made that mobile app functionality available. And then even if you go into view all features, let's go into this section, community functions, websites, emails, pages. You can have the custom landing pages, contacts, essentially a CRM. Now, this is not Salesforce. It doesn't go that deep as a CRM, but you can tag people, and you can, I would say it's better than Go High Level but it's not as good as Salesforce. But for what most people need in a contact list, especially for digital product engagement and sales, is great. Funnels are just naturally built in. I would compare that to ClickFunnels if you're used to that platform. So really great functionality, payments, analytics. And I'll show some of the platform and how we're using it in the back end. But this is one of the things I love. And one of the things they've really improved this year and are in the middle of continuing to improve, and the data I'm able to get of, where we need to get better, what's working, what's not working. That gives us great data and analytics. So very happy with that. And so let's keep going through their website. And if there's anything else to highlight, no revenue sharing ever. This is huge. A lot of these platforms that make available, like they'll keep 30%, like they'll give you this platform, but they want to keep 30%. And so when you look at, so many different platforms like that provide the technology for free, it's not really for free. They're if you're successful, they're getting a bigger cut. I think we should own our knowledge, and just pay for the SaaS product that we're paying for. I like that model that Kajabi has always held. Great job, Kajabi. And that's fantastic. Now, I'm guessing they get a percentage of a kickback from Stripe or something like that. But I don't know. When I've used Kajabi payments versus using Stripe directly, it seems like they're actually using that collective whole to drive down the prices for us collectively by creating that integration. So I don't know if they're getting kickback or not, but it is cheaper to use Kajabi integration with Stripe than just use Stripe directly. Designed to scale. Worked with clients that have hundreds of thousands of buyers in their online products, so never a problem with scale. They've got some great stories here. 24/7 support. I actually pay you can pay extra for premium support. For everyone I've ever talked to, the regular support is plenty, but because we do so much on the platform, we pay for the premium support. And their support has been tremendous through the years. I go back to a moment where I had a big launch on a Saturday and we had to switch Stripe accounts last minute and it didn't automatically process. They had to do it manually in the back end. And I just went on LinkedIn and just contacted everyone. And their CEO actually contacted me and just said, hey, we actually have our technology team working on this. They had tens of thousands of customers and clients, and they were responsive to me on a Saturday when I needed them. It was unbelievable, the support I've always gotten, and how they've helped along the way. So if you want to talk to a person, there's almost always a person in the chat, or you can schedule calls with their support team if you pay extra for the support. So that aspect of it is great. That Learning Hub, they're always putting out some great training and tips, but you can generally get that for free. So yeah, that's all the functions and the features. And yeah, I think it lives up to all of these things. Let me show you a little bit more of the platform, and then I'll share my opinions of whether I still believe it's the best in 2025. Okay, welcome to the dashboard of one of my Kajabi sites, platforms, products, whatever you want to call it, that I run. This is Online Women's Bible Study. We've been running this for years. When you first log in, you can see the dashboard, kind of all the different features here on the left to log into, and then it gives you this key last 30 days. So you can see in the last 30 days, we've had 63 people opt into our email list. We've added 32 new contacts. We've had $2,600 in sales and $85 in sales, and 55 comments on our different products. You can actually click down to it and go directly to those comments if you wanted to. Then you go to these other features with Kajabi Experts University. Over here on the right is the chat button. So if you want help, you can just chat with somebody right there and start a new conversation, get that help you need. But really where you want to go is over here on the left-hand side is where all of the different functions are. One of the things I love about Kajabi is that it's just really easy to use. And so if you've ever used Squarespace or something like that, it's a lot of that same functionality. But when you think about all the different things that it does, to have all of it easy to use and navigate around is really helpful. So first thing is the products. So you have different products. And so for us, we have a portal product that has our Bible reading plans, our Bible study, our community page. And so you can see even how many people have access to this. So it's easily accessible, and I could just click into it or edit it right here in the back end. You can actually have your podcast and your newsletters in here as well, and just manage your digital products here on this side. the sales, this is how you actually set up an offer for your products. And so you can actually see all the payments that come through and list your different offers here in the platform, and it will give you a tracker of when transactions are going through and where you had a spike or dip. So let me go back in. Then when you go to the website, this is where you get into all of your site landing pages. Let me actually even show you how easy it is to edit a page. So if I just go into here and I go to Online Women's Bible Study and I just click on it, and I should be able to just edit it right here. Yep. So you can see here, these are all the different blocks within the website, where you can just edit the banner or edit a section, and you just go into it just like Squarespace. So I can just click into it, and then I can just change this text over here, or I can update the background image. And so really easy to go in and adjust those landing pages. And I'm a big fan of the website side of things and how easy it is to manage the website side of your website. That gives you a great front end experience. And you saw there we had motion video background, and you can do a stagnant image background. You can change your text and font sizes, and all of that is just super easy in the platform. And then if I go down branded app, you can actually see here we have a mobile app for this platform. And so you can see here app name and design. And so you can see actually here what that mobile app looks like, where somebody can click around the library and have access to everything there within the branded app. And we just simply add in some logos and connect our products, and it's all there within the app. Then if we go to marketing, this gets us into email automations, push notifications for the email app, and even automations when somebody unsubscribes or when somebody does this, then it will send this. And so these are all of our newsletters, and just like a MailChimp account, it will tell us we were sent this to 3,400. There's 37% open rate, 1% click-through rate. And so you get good data on your emails that you're sending. And then you can set up these funnels and automations and forms. So you can think about all the different tools I used to use with FormStack and Squarespace and all the different platforms. It's all here in Kajabi and works great. And then my favorite is this analytics section. And so you can get into gross revenue, net revenue, purchases, reports. You can dig into all kinds of things, refunds over time, net revenue, subscription metrics, sales tax, lots of great reports, great visuals. You can also change them to net revenue all time, or you can, change it to the last, 30 days or 90 days, however you want to break up those reports. That the reporting functionality is really tremendous. And then they have this Creator Studio that will help you in creating content, has some AI functionality built into it. And so that is the back end of Kajabi and what all it can do. So let's talk about whether it is the best platform for you. Okay, so if I'm going to compare this platform, and so the question would be, is there a better platform out there for me? And so the first one that's probably out there if you're creating a course is Teachable. And Teachable is a great platform. They're basically a learning management system, very similar to Kajabi. And I think if you're just gonna have one course, you don't need a website or want an email, and you already have an email list somewhere else, and you just want one simple platform for one course, Teachable might be a better platform for you. But if you're planning on having multiple courses, if you want to have a place where you can have a website and you want to set up some automations and have marketing behind that course, I think Kajabi is a far superior platform to Teachable. I think then the question I get is like on the marketing side with the web page and the funnels, and this is where I talked about ClickFunnels earlier. If I were to compare this to ClickFunnels, the thing that always drove me nuts about ClickFunnels is it does have great funnels and they do work. They're just not real customizable. And so there are a lot of brands that I work with and things that I do where I'm like, I just want it to look a certain way. And I know, this kind of funny looking website says ClickFunnels often creates will work better, but it just dilutes our brand a little bit. What Kajabi can do all of that. And so if I were to compare the two, I'm going to choose Kajabi all day. Now, I think if you want something easy that's just going to work, and you got a very simple digital product that you're selling, like an ebook or something like that, ClickFunnels is probably a good path. Or if you're just trying to get people to sign up for your coaching program. Maybe ClickFunnels is a good product, but if you want a full digital product, both the front end of website and the back end user experience where people sign up, they create a username and log in, and they have easy access, Kajabi far superior to ClickFunnels in that way. And then I talked about the community functionality. So if you were wanting to basically have just a private group where people could meet, people have used Slack or Facebook groups for free for this, or they've used Mighty Networks or Circle for a place to do community. And I think it's apples to apples. I think this is where it's not superior or, or lesser than. Mighty Networks probably has a little bit better user experience because that's what they're centrally focused on. But I don't think it's that much better. And I think the cost effectiveness of Kajabi is actually better on that side of things. So comparing the two, I think it depends a little bit on what you're trying to build. If your whole product is just community and you want to have a private community, that's where I think Mighty Networks is probably, if I were to compare Mighty Networks to Circle, I'd probably pick Mighty Networks over Circle. But Kajabi is still a really great platform. I would actually recommend a lot of people consider Discord. I think Discord can be a really interesting place to build a private community if you're looking for something outside of a Facebook group to have that community within. So at the end of the day, I think probably the bigger question is the cost. How much does this cost? So let's go back to the website and look at the cost. Okay, we are on the pricing page for Kajabi, and this is the first time that Kajabi has ever ticked me off a little bit. So I'll be upfront that I'm going to the pricing page expecting to be able to show you how much Kajabi costs. You can see their different plans. They have this Kickstarter basic growth where you can have all the features and landing pages, and basically it's up to 7,500 emails or how many products you have for these different packages. So if you're just starting out, you probably just need this front end package that's pretty simple. And then as you grow, you actually can't have a custom domain. That's kind of strange. So you probably want to at least start with the basic. I think you do want a custom domain. I think that's valuable. And then webhooks, 24/7 support, I think is good. And custom branding. Interesting that they don't make that available. But anyways, I think you're probably fine with this basic package to start, and then want to move to the growth package. But look, I don't like it when I have to put in an email to get a quote on the price. So I can't tell you exactly what their prices are today. I can tell you when I got into Kajabi, it was about $100 a month. And what I have found, and as I've gotten a bunch of clients into it, is it typically starts at about $100 to $150 a month to utilize the plan. And then as you grow and you get to where you need more contacts, and the truth is you're less worried, when you're up here at this 100,000 contacts list and you got 100 products, your price is probably going to go up closer to $300 to $500 a month, but you're making a lot more money than $300 to $500 a month, so you're less worried about it at that point. So you grow into it, but I would plan, on and go through the process if you want to. You're comparing, but if you're like, how much does it cost? They don't put it on there. What I have experienced in the past is the starting rate, and probably for this one on the left, the Kickstarter, I'm guessing is going to be somewhere around $50 or something like that to get you into it. But I do think, based on these features that I'm seeing here, that you're probably going to want to start with the basic, probably going to be close to $100, and then probably going to be around $250 for the growth plan, and then probably closer to $500-600 for the pro plan. And so as I have been using this for a long time, I think those prices are incredibly reasonable when you think about all the software I have replaced, from Squarespace to MailChimp to I think about Zoom, for coaching calls, or just so many different website hosting. GoDaddy is what I use for website hosting. I guess Squarespace does the hosting for you, but there are so many features. It just automatically, instead of having a bunch of things, it's now one, and a bunch of SaaS products I got to manage and keep up with, and usernames and passwords. But then it's also just as good, if not better than those platforms, and it's so much easier, and it just works better. So whatever the price is today, I can tell you, for the most part, Kajabi users are never complaining about the price when it comes to the service they get and the quality of the product. Kajabi, as I think about recommendations for your platform, I'd put your pricing back on the site. It might turn off people, but I also think that you're probably going to turn off more people than you're going to get leads that are good leads on the other side, because I think your pricing is more than fair. And I think the reason typically high pricing is to prevent sticker shock and get you on a call and get your lead. So at the end of the day, don't let this hidden pricing structure scare you. I would still progress and reach out to Kajabi, and I think it is worth it. I got a few other thoughts that I want to add before I close out this video. If you are interested in checking out Kajabi, I do have a link. It's an affiliate link below. I refer a lot of people to Kajabi and have lots of friends who've thanked me for making that connection. So if you want to click that and then go visit Kajabi, there's a link down there. Sometimes that affiliate link has access to a discounted sign up or 1 month free, and so you can connect with that link to whatever the best deal is at the time that they offer to those of us who are a part of their affiliate program. So if you would help me out as I'm sharing this with you by just clicking that link and visiting the Kajabi website, if you're considering giving it a trial run or checking it out, would appreciate that. And other thing, I want to just say, if you want help building out your Kajabi platform, our team at Amplify Social Media would love to help you. I've got a link to that. You just go to amplifysocial.media, reach out to the team, and they would love to help you set up, build out, automate all of your Kajabi stuff for you. So all you got to do is create. So plug and play. So you can use the great tools. We build it, we give you the keys, you own it, you run it, it's yours. So if you want help with your Kajabi setup, you can reach out to our team at Amplify as well. So let's talk to the Kajabi team though for a minute. Kajabi team, first, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for building an incredible platform. Thank you for all of the patience and support you've given to me as a Kajabi platform owner. Thank you for giving me such a great deal as you've godfathered me into my original offer, where I know you lose money on my subscription, but you have made the software better and better and better year over year over year. And every time you roll out a new feature, I can't wait to jump into it and utilize it. I've loved the new mobile app functionality you built in. Love the new community platform, the group coaching, the Zoom calls, video conference calls, the live streaming. Great functionality. We are utilizing it, and our users are really enjoying it. Our team is really enjoying it, and just it's more dynamic. The web pages are more dynamic. The emails, it's just all better. Thank you for your continued investment in building a great product and making it even better. Two features requests I just want to put out there. One is, as you've now launched mobile apps, I would love for you to also launch TV apps. So YouTube just actually announced that there's now more engagement on their TV app than there is on their mobile app, which is crazy for me to hear. As I think about course creators and a lot of the products we've created, they would actually work really well on a TV. And so I would love it if we had Apple TV or Amazon Fire TV apps that we could also push out where our products were then available on the TV. So that's my first feature request. TV apps this is actually something that the development team talked about early days, and then it kind of came off of the roadmap. And I get it because I helped start a TV app company. I understand how complicated it is and expensive it is, but also understand how complicated mobile apps are. And you went down that path. Makes sense that was a first priority, but now as a second priority, I would love TV apps. The second thing is SMS. Now, SMS, I also know, is very expensive, and it's not the same as email, but it is so direct. If we can incorporate SMS like we do email and push notifications into our systems in a higher tiered or price structure, I don't know how you structure it, but you guys have always figured that out. I think SMS integrating into the marketing communication functionality would be a great addition as well. That's it. Those are the only two things that I can even think of that would make Kajabi better. Everything else, just keep being great. Thank you for what you're doing. And I am a very happy customer. And I would actually update your pricing page. Just my 2 cents. Maybe it's working for you. I don't know. But I think your prices are incredible for the value that you provide. So I think making it publicly available would be a good move, but just my opinion. So thank you so much. Thanks everyone for watching, and I can't wait to talk to you again on the next video.